Welcome along to another video. I am That Cycling Chimp, and in this one my route is going to be a 33-kilometre round trip. I'm inviting every single one of you that's watching this to join me as I take on yet another challenge with a bit of a gravel twist. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit more, or maybe you're new to the channel and you would just like to see Scotland by bike, you've came to the right place. So stick around, grab yourself a cuppa, kick back and relax. Let's get the show on the road. Today's adventure, I'm starting off in one of my favourite places for gravel, Whitelee Windfarm, which is just situated south of Glasgow City. Today's challenge is going to be slightly different. As most of you will probably know, I picked up a Brompton G Line not that long ago, and I've not really used it that much apart from small coffee rides back and forward. So today I'm going to test it out to the max, and that's the reason I've come up to Whitelee Windfarm. There's 130 kilometres of pristine gravel roads up here. Haven't been for a little while, so I decided I was going to come up this way. So without further ado, let's get unfolded, set up and ready to go. Well, that's me unfolded. So let's go and see what kind of adventure we can have today, and hopefully we'll not fall off the bike. Stay tuned for more. Now, as we can see, it's incredibly busy up here at Whitelee Windfarm. Reason for that, it's a Saturday. Now, I don't usually film any videos on a Saturday. As you know, I haven't put out a video for quite some time. There's a bit of a reason for that. After my last video, which was an epic adventure down to Glen Truil from Ayr, I was blindsided by a viral infection for about 3 weeks. I'm still kind of recovering from that, but I'm feeling a lot better. I just wanted to get back out. I had been doing a lot of coffee runs on the Brompton, and I just really wanted to try this out to see if it's capable of what Brompton claims that it is. So as I said, 33-kilometre route. It's actually based upon a route that I'd done a couple of months ago with GrAlba. So I can't take any credit for this route whatsoever. But as always, I'll put the commute link down below, just in case you want to try this one out, because it is actually a really good one. Now, I think the reason that it's busy today, it looks as if there's been a cycling event on. Now, I'm a little bit of fish out of water as well, because I'm not that long back from being on an adventure without the bike. And many of you that follow me on Instagram will probably know I was in Scandinavia visiting Sweden and Finland. I really wanted to do a video out there on the bike. Just wish I was able to take my Brompton with me, and this is where Brompton need to up their game with the G Line, because there's not actually a real or decent bag for travelling. Yes, they do have a G Line travel bag out, but it's more of a dust cover, and I'm pretty sure there's somebody that watches these videos that will testify to that. Even though he did get it to Greece, I still wouldn't want to be chancing a bike of the monetary value in the case that Brompton are claiming is a travel case. So come on, Brompton, let's get the finger out and let's get a decent case out for travelling. It does seem to be an event of some type. No doubt I'll probably bump into someone up here that watches the channel as well, so stay tuned because I might find out. Brompton's definitely making me work for this. Straight out the bat, I can see the difference between this and the Green Hornet, which is the Merida Silex 400 if you don't know. I would definitely say it's handling the gravel okay, but then again, these gravel paths are maintained pretty well because of the wind farm that's inside it. It's the largest onshore wind farm in the UK as well. I checked out the route before I came, and according to Climb Pro, we've got 4 climbs today, the first of which is coming up pretty soon. That doesn't look too good. All good? That didn't look very good. Looks as if everything's okay though. I still don't know what event this is. Must be a race of some kind. 100% a crit race of some kind. Had to stop for a little second because I couldn't hear any of the cyclists coming up behind me. There's a reason for that. I forgot to switch on my radar. Much better. It's actually very reminiscent of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. If you've seen that film before and you get to the end where he's cycling his bike through a peloton, that's exactly how it feels like just now on this little bike. I'm also going to have to reroute slightly because I've just commuted myself. When one of the pelotons were passing me, I had to turn off so I didn't get in their way, so it's kind of veered me off course slightly. So 33 kilometres, who knows how many kilometres now. Madness. Heck, that's not too bad. One turning, it's only added about another kilometre onto the route. I'm starting to see where the event's signposted now, so this is going to be a bit of an adventure in itself because I'm trying to keep off the main route if possible, just to give the racers a chance to get by the Chimp. So I stopped there to ask one of the marshals what event it was today, and I found out it's the Scottish Cycling Gravel Championships. There's apparently 200 gravel riders going all about the wind farm. Try to stay on the side as much as I can now because my route is actually heading into the flow, which I don't really want to do, but at the end of the day, I've been trying to avoid the actual course route as much as possible with taking diversions, but we're just going to meet people head on, back and forward. There's a lot of unseasoned riders out here as well, so we need to watch what they're doing. But I haven't got much longer than I'm out the road of everybody, so let's see how we get on here. Okay, is it top, boys? Well, that was hill 2 of 4. I don't know what happened to hill 1 of 4, but that gave me a workout on this Brompton. I got to the stage where there was no gears left, but we didn't get off, we didn't have to walk. We just paced it and didn't race it like the other guys. One of the funniest things I've noticed, a lot of the guys that are cycling past, we've had a few whoops for the Brompton, we've had a few Chimps, So they know I'm out here. And then we've had one or two that have kind of turned their nose up. What can we say about that? It's supposed to be an inclusive sport, cycling. Then again, the person that turned their nose up, the Brompton did scream past them going downhill. Hey, get on, boss. I'll go this way like Glasgow boys do. The conditions up here are really good today. It's flowing really well. It's actually unbelievable how good the Brompton's taking the terrain. It's got the Whitelee G1 tyres on it, which I've got on the Green Hornet, but I just feel as if there's not as much traction on the bigger wheels. It is certainly enjoyable, this little bike, just for getting out and about. I also clipped on my big Brompton bag in the front because I wanted to see what it was like. And see, to be honest and truthful with you, I can't really feel anything at all. It just feels as if it's on the bike. Don't get me wrong, there's not much in it. It's only a little jacket and some snacks, but it seems to be holding its own, so I'm glad I've got that. But the legs are definitely going to work out today. And talking about a leg workout, I'm just about to be flung into climb 3 or 4, which is 1 kilometre long. It's only 36 metres of elevation, so it's not too bad. Well, I've not done it in the Brompton yet, have I? As I said at the beginning of the video, I have done this route before, or a variation of the route. It's just really nice to get up here because there's so many trails that you can go round about. We have a long period of dry weather, and it's an absolute dream to ride on. Anyway, I digress. 1 kilometre. Let's do this. Now, I've just stopped at one of the trig points up at the top of the wind farm and looking down towards the south end of Glasgow. If this was a really nice clear day, you'd be able to see a lot more up here. Looking north, you can get to see the south side of Glasgow, and then we're looking all the way down, basically, the Ayrshire coast. You can usually see Arran, and you can see the likes of some of the Kintyre Peninsula if it was clear, and in a very clear day you can see all the way down to the Ailsa Craig. Unfortunately, it's a bit too overcast today, although it does look as if the sun is out over Glasgow. But we're not going to be travelling as far as that. One of the big things I have noticed up on top of this hill, there's a lot of midges. Ugh. So we've done just over 16 kilometres, so we're nearly halfway through the route. The rest of the route is pretty much downhill and it's very flowy, and I'm looking forward to doing this on the Brompton. A lot of you that watch the videos on the channel, you were asking me to do a mini adventure to see and test out how good the Brompton is, and so far it has held up. As I said earlier on, I just wish I knew there was an event up here and I probably wouldn't have come up till later on in the day, but it is what it is. And I think I've already seen a few familiar faces that have gave us a wave. Some of the marshals as well, one of them in particular. But I'm looking down just now And I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but you actually do get a good view, and you can see quite a lot of the guys going up the hill in the distance there. Although I don't think I'm going that way. I think I go down and I cut round the long way back towards Loch Goyne. Yep, far too many midges, so we're just going to continue. I can eat on the go as well, which isn't too bad. But you just look at these roads. There's absolutely miles of this stuff up at Whitelee. This is why I love it so much. Just absolutely fantastic. How you doing? Oh! All right. I think I've finally made it out of the way of the championship. I'm just going round about the backside of Loch Goyne. And I'm not there just yet, but wait till you see this. Fields and fields of lovely heather. And the purple colour is starting to come out. Give that another week or two and it'll look absolutely spectacular. Looking over by, can't actually see Loch Goyne for the heather. On top of that hill there is where I'm going next. It should hopefully be the last hill of the day. So far I've enjoyed the ride I've had in the Brompton. Could have been a little bit better if I knew the event was on, or I would have come up later on in the day. I'll head towards this last climb and head back down to the Whitelee Visitor Centre. Maybe even get a little bit of coffee. And the last time I done this hill, I done it in the Green Hornet and it was a bit of a challenge. So let's see how I fare on the Brompton. I think it's going to be a little bit harder. Might be wrong. It doesn't look that bad from here, but it is pretty steep. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Would have been quicker walking up that rather than cycling up the Brompton. That would take the fun out of it, wouldn't it? Not got much longer to get back to the visitor centre car park. I thought I would address a few things that some of you have been asking about the Brompton. So the first one is the pedals. Now when I got the Brompton at first, I got a set of clipless pedals for it, but I have reverted back to the original pedals, the flat ones that do not clip in. The reason for that being, well, it's just a lot easier to pack in the car when you can take that pedal off. And I will say one thing, it's quite good sometimes just wearing flats. I'm wearing a pair of Adidas Terex trainers, which are flat, and they're absolutely gripping to the pedals really well. It also shaves some weight off the bike. I opted for the large Brompton Burra bag. The reason for that being is, well, I do plan to do some wild camping at some point, or a little bit of touring on this bike, and I think the space that's in this bag is ample enough to do a weekend, I would say. And it's quite good that we've got the rack on the back as well, which I can hook the 5-star accommodation to that, which is my one-man nature hike tent. Overall, somebody'd asked me if the Brompton's worth it, and I'll say this, it's definitely a capable bike for gravel riding. It's a little bit hard in the hills compared to tarmac. I don't know if that's just down to the gearing ratio of the bike. I've got another small hill coming up too. But I still think it is a great bike for the money. Although it could be a little bit cheaper. It could be in the same price range as the normal Bromptons. But again, I think that's just new tech. Obviously, that was a cattle grid. The other good thing I like about the gearing system on it, because it's a completely different ride from a normal bike, like your Shimano 105s or your GRX gearing systems. The idea behind these gearing systems is you can actually change gears at a standstill. So, for an example of that, if you stopped at traffic lights in a low gear, you can change it to a higher one and vice versa. So, it's really good for that. I still think the Brompton's going to be used for many adventures. Anyway, final stretch till we get to the visitor centre. Well, that's us got to the end of yet another video, and I can't thank you enough for sticking around and joining me in today's ride. It was a really good one, although, as I said earlier on, it was a bit unexpected with the GrAlba Championships on, so I never really got to test the Brompton out as much as I would like to, even though it did give it a good test, and I did find that it is competent in doing what I was looking for. If you enjoyed today's video, give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, consider hitting that subscribe button, because it's your subscribing that keeps the chimp rolling and riding, and I cannot thank you enough for hitting that subscribe button. We're nearly at 2,000 subscribers, so hopefully this video will maybe tip us over that milestone for more adventures. If you have any questions about the Brompton G Line, just let me know in the comments below and I will reply back to you. And comment down below anyway, because I read all the comments and I will get back to you. Hope to see you all in the next one. In the meantime, you can check out my last adventure up there, or you can check out previously on That Cycling Chimp, which are archived videos. Till the next time, guys, bye for now, and remember to pedal smart out there.